Hey y'all. Big time deja vu. I know. Me too. So, this was kind of my plan all along. My friend that I wove into last evening, aka New Year's Eve evening, the friend whose words I wove into my poem, the words of encouragement, which he gave me about my 365 drive, he said, well, I'll be here for 366. You know, just that. Keep it clicking. Keep it clicking. Keep picking it. Keep picking what you've been picking. So that push was there. And it was, I didn't want to give it away. You know, spoiler alert. But it was my intention all along to circle back around to January 1st, which is when I started it. And, as I said, I will keep going also, in addition to, in some capacity that has not come through to me yet, on the wavelengths of what's next. But this is the same shirt I wore for the very first poem. And it's kind of looking like extra slouchy because it's, I guess I'm just extra slouchy. It's okay. I'm Anthony extra slouchy. But the robe, I thought, because it's extremely cold and there's about 7 inches of snow on the ground, I thought this would add warmth and pizzazz. I have a new friend joining me. He's a plaid horse. Ironclad plaid horse, plotting a course over the moon. Does really good diving. Right. Diving, jiving. Elephants with their trunks up are good luck. Never forget it. So yeah, they've come to the show as well. But this also got used, and it's a shirt that is metaphorical for certain types of people I've met along my path, and I've told them that. It's also deteriorating, like, as paper would. It will, like, if you can just see the light shining. Well, I'll give you the real. I mean, you know, there's the metaphor. As all things do, as all things go, as all things grow and then slow, right? But it's very special to me, and tears will be shed when the dread day comes that it is, just some, which is what it will eventually be. But for now, only pull it out in special occasions, and compared a guy I met in New Orleans to this shirt. It seems very, like, novel-esque. But I just love everything about it and how it's saying so much somehow. So I also wore it for day 100. So it was hard restart. It's day 1. Hard restart remix. It's day 100 because it just seemed a monumentous. What's the vocab I'm looking for? Commemorative. It seemed commemorative of the 100th day. Then I thought, well, gosh, I have so much to say about the 365 that just occurred. What does this stir in me? What do I have to say? What's important? What does today mean? So what I did, I quite like. I remixed it and renamed it. So it's now Heart Reset or Restart Part 3. So I rewrote it to be more positive. And what's interesting is I watched the Miley and Pete New Year's special last night. I have loved them both. Pete has lost his position in my Hall Pass top 10 because he is making some unfortunate choices. But there was parts of it that was funny, and most of it made me feel quite trite. Like we're headed towards a quite trite way. So it was a strange day. It made me cry. It actually made me cry. The real meaty cliches and unfortunate repercussions of the generation machine, generation tech. That's what they should be called. Generation women with their butts out and gadgets. It hurt me. It hurt my soul. I don't know how else to say it. So, Hard Restart, part 1, day 1, still relevant. If you go back and watch that one, it's one of the shortest. It was my first burst of inspiration. Like, okay, I'm not sure where to start because I'm going to do this every day for a year and put my whole heart into it. And here we go. But feeling reticent and apprehensive, passive and pensive. It's a hard restart. That's what it was. And 2020 was what it was. So that's where the energy of that one comes from. And this one, I guess I'm trying to be more like, golly, I think we can do this. Like, hey, come on, let's go ahead and make it happen anyway. Shall we? Can we? Could we? Please? So that's more. And then I have another one. I'm going to be brave enough. Okay, I'm trying to decide. Am I going to be brave enough? I am. I think I shall. I have two. I'm feeling a little apprehensive. Feeling reticent and apprehensive about bringing that one to you. But I probably will. This one for sure, though. This is the full circle. This is the Oribus, the snake eating its tail. This is us wailing on day 1 and definitely wailing on day 365 and 100. But still I thrive. So I just think we could do it. I think we could do it. Get through it. Come on. So I'm going to try to keep that attitude. It's going to be a battle, but I'm going to try to keep it. So if you do go back and listen to that one, it's quite short. I made every parallel word rhyme or vocab. Rhyme or represent. Rhyme or represent. I was like, I know it's another R word. The alternative flipperoo versions. The Hard Start remix was just a adding on of the first one. It was like, okay, what if I kept going from the end of the first one? This one is instead a mirror of the first one, but instead of like being real mad at everybody, I'm just gonna try to fortify myself and try just believing in people anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna just go ahead and try to believe in people anyway. Right? Come what may. What else are you gonna do? Not believe in all of us, and then we're just broken down and busted. And we're just cussing on the side of the road with a flat tire and perspiring something fierce. I'm feeling angry. And I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of it. So, yeah, like I said, I don't know what door I'm walking through next, but I do intend on continuing to reflect. And with that, I bring you Heart Reset, or Restart, Part 3. Feeling relevant and comprehensive, intent and sensitive, and every other word illustrative of worthy and certain. Exertions and perking up the gifted to heal them. Feeling mighty fucking loud about whatever it is I hold for you. The folds of always having someone to move. With the sum of sun, I can view you through. With your tongue and pinky finger inviting immensely across the gravity of fantasy. In a quest of who rocked it best. Who bettered more minds with the size of their unfiltered left and right side brain. who sets to rise the tides of the most pulse spikes, defying price hikes and Facebook likes and lies, 'cause life is not a side note. Hopes of the bright, just drive past the comments section for reflection and sight. Belong, chime gongs, make plans, give, reuse, and choose to be venerable. I'm humble, gee whiz, I prepared, unafraid. I won't swipe to get paid or graded. I pray to every single goddess every single day. Play on new courses, risk taking with all the powers that be. With thirst I did agree to peer through conformity and just sing. They hid and did concede. Great pronouncement, no expertise or degree will waver this flow from me. So meaningfully we'll coast on our carefully made boats, wearing hearty blessings. My chest is symphonic, pulsing, pushing this side of me. To plan it or not to plan it. To get her set to be free. Any astral committee could see we have more chances to sail, to be bold even when fumbly. Maneuvering leaps of individuality, same sorcery. Restored by the fullness of the deep. Skip and play and pick what you speak. And for a bit more uplifting, just shift it towards the peak. Hey! I thought about reading the first one again. I should have done that. Now I feel like that'd be fun. But just watch it. It's a romp. It's a rollicking romp. Part 1, day 1. Here we is, 366. Hey! I do love this. I do love how the Morticia Addams chair provides you, like the New York Times time ball, which I didn't even include in the poetry, all the research I did on time balls. There's like 155 different kinds of time balls historically, and the British somebody so-and-so's infantry of somebody used a time ball to show the sailors what time it was for their like maritime instruments. No notes, people. Just soak that one in. Anyway, there was a whole bunch of them. Whole bunch of time balls. Well, oh, right. The newest time ball can show you like 6 billion pattern combinations. I feel like the Morticia Addams chair has, at least 60. So many versions and variations and light and bounding rays. See? If you just keep going with the poetry, you find more flowing and more ways to be with your mouth and your thoughts and your soul and your vanity and your id and ego and super ego and whoa. And grow a little from it. So yes, I said I was a little embarrassed to do this, and then I even wrote a message to my future self, unbeknownst to future me, saying to just sing, right? Where? How? Who? Where? Come on, I told it to myself. Really? Come on. No, afraid every gun is over. Right. Rocked it. Oh boy. Okay. I said it. I know I said it. Powers that. Oh! Risk taking with all the powers that be. Believing in yourself that deeply, right? With thirst, I did agree to peer through conformity. You're with me. And just sing. They hid and did concede. Great pronouncement, no expertise or degree will waver this flow from me. So I was writing myself a future note saying, you can't back out on singing just because you're afraid of yourself. Stop it. And Robert would be proud of me for that. Right. So here's my preface, the before face. Here's the background of the beforeground. Here's the background of the preface. When I was at acting school, my film scene partner and I had to choose our final film scene. And he and I wanted to do Psycho, right? The scene with the sandwiches in the taxidermy room, in the bird room. You know the scene. Tiny sandwiches. So we wanted to do that. And our film teacher, who was a good teacher and believed in both of us, very much so, like yelled at us and was like, how dare you think you're good enough for that scene? And really, it was like a code of the road acting school thing that I was unaware of, that he put us in our place. And we ended up doing Magnolia, which I am very proud of and can't find. I've been actually, my soul's been exploding about it. I have to call everyone ever connected to that thing and see if I can get another copy. And DVDs are now irrelevant. Did you know that? My editing friend who's helping me make a reel told me nope, that's not, Moving on. So I have to do all this transferring and searching and seeking. But we ended up doing Magnolia. Point is, soapbox mouth spout is, he was probably right. I'm still sad. I mean, I'm a little sad, that we didn't get to go for that peak, like the end of the poem. Just aim for the peak, And that would have been Psycho. But he was like, no, how dare you? Like, you think you're ready for Psycho? You think you're ready for that scene? It's just funny to me. So, in the same way that I would never say that I could do that scene even remotely close to Janet Leigh, I'd still like to try, I'd still like to push myself to honor her and to honor that. But in that same way, I am not a singer, and I do not claim to be a singer. Like, I will audition for something with singing and say, yes, I will try, I can sing. But I'm not like, I'm a singer, any more than I'm a life coach. Do have a lot of good advice, though. But I would never stoop or fumble or stumble to say that my essence could ever touch the Beatles as a whole. The Beatles are the Beatles, and only the Beatles are the Beatles. But I've been watching Peter Jackson's Get Back. All right? And this song has just been stuck so in my head, and the fact that it was fed to them from the cosmos and the goddess and all the Eastern mysticism and all the clouds of revelation and rainbows, and they just sat there together and made I've Got a Feeling. Just made it. That just came from them. Whoa, sitting in an empty studio. Empty, huge, thing, building, rehearsal space. What do they call those? A set. But it was empty. It was naked. And in this nakedness and just chain smoking, they found this content. And it makes me believe in the power. You know what I mean? It makes me believe in so much. It really is fascinating to watch them. They tortured themselves, saying we're going to put on this mind-blowing show, and we're giving ourselves 2 weeks, and we're going to make all original songs, and it's going to be our thing and our album, and we're just going to do that. And they fought, and they loved, and they cried, and they drank, and they smoked, and they laughed, but they found this magic, this potent magic, just sitting in the same spot for a week and a half. No. What? So never would I stoop to think, I don't know, whatever it is the internet has to say about people, rating on a scale of 1 to 10. I don't have accompaniment behind me, but I just have been thinking a lot about this song, and I rewrote it for 2022, for me, and for you, and for us, in this moment that is a whole lot of fuss. I think there's a Christmas song that has it said in it. Whole lot of fuss, or maybe it's something else. It's been a lot for all of us. It's been insurmountable in many ways, and unprecedented, and upsetting, and unusual, and ulcer causing, maybe in some. Just trying to think of other you descriptors and think on that roll. But hey, so whatever. I'll just be brave because obviously I predicted my own treachery against my own self-confidence and warned myself not to do that and to just give you this little piece of me. Why not? Freaking New Year's Day. It's a new day. It's a new way. It's a new play. Yeah. So, I just did a little homage called We Need Some Healing. We need some healing deep inside. Oh my, that's right. We need some healing, we're reeling, we can't hide. No, no, oh no, no. Yes, we need some healing, I can't hide. Oh no, oh no, oh geez, believe me, I hate to play the game. Oh yes, if you deceive me, I will not call again. No, no, oh no. Yes, yeah, we need some healing. All these tears I've been squandering, pondering why the hell no one told me. All I was searching for was certainly inside me. We need some healing, it keeps me on the edge. Oh yes, we need some healing. Ha! Why they all pretend that they don't know. Oh, whoa. We need some healing. Whoa. Everybody had a fucked year. Jeff Bezos had a good time. We wish we had some wet dreams. We wish we felt the sunshine. Oh my, yeah. Everybody had a fucked year. Everybody just dressed down. Everybody pulled their hair out. Everybody hung their head down. Oh wow. We need some healing deep inside. Oh my. We need some healing, 'cause we all want to hide. Oh my. Whoa. Yes. We need some healing. Yes. We need some healing. Oh yes, we need some healing. Oh yes. So it's just a little rewrite, little remix, little tribute, little shoot, shout it out to the Beatles, just coming up with brilliant, mind-blowing shit in like a day. Woo! That's the way you're supposed to do it. But I like that. I had fun with that. I just could not get everybody had a good time. I could not. It was just in there permanently. Everybody had a wet dream. We wish. Maybe in 1969, could have been doing some wet dreaming, but geez, these days it's just a lot of destruction and mayhem and... Oh, excuse me, ma'am, do you also see the sky falling? Okay, just checking. But that shit is lit. Watching them do that off the cuff through the tough shit that was going on then too, absolutely. But there was more soul meat. And they greeted the grit with this shit that was amazing. And you don't see that in Miley and Pete's New Year's special. You do not see that like, oh yes, 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 artists, we're gonna change the world. What? You don't feel that. You feel like, is this society now? Help! Help! Yeah, wowsies. So I felt good about that. Everybody had a fucked year. Yes, we did. Oh, wow, that's a gold. Wow. That is a golden light. That is a golden light if I've ever seen it. Ooh. Doing a crazy thing. This is my version. This is my version of, I have to show. Okay, you can come out. This little guy has a sweatshirt. Gizmo, don't go too far, bud. Stay with me. Come here. Come on. Okay, you had your adventure. You had your adventure. He's been out a lot today. Sit. No. He's been out a lot. He loves the snow. He loves to frolic. So it's the polar bear plunge moment. As you can see, I won't be telling my family I'm doing this. They'd tell me not to. But I'm doing it for the new year. You saw it. You saw it here, folks. I did it. It was real. Now it's time to do the opposite. Wow. Yeah, polar bear plunge. That's why they do it. Because every atom in your body goes, "Oh, wow, that was quite an experience. I'm awake now. I'm awake now. What chance you want to take now? What chance you want to take now?" Just going back to the best lighting, because why would I not? That was, ooh, yeah, there's a nice little corner of light. So, hey, I don't know what comes next, but something will, and that's what I have for you, and it was really fun, and I'm glad we came full circle.